Okay, that's right. You've guessed it. It's the great and glorious, soon to be famous one day. Nick Dutch here, yet again, back on the camera. I'm going to call this video "The Importance of the Unknown," or something like that, depending upon what I type in when the time comes to me actually uploading this video to YouTube. The fact of the matter is, there are some things in the world we just don't know. There's gaps in our knowledge. These can be theological gaps, these can be gaps about the origin of the world, these can be gaps about the way that the political process occurs, how the economy works, and a wide variety of other issues, even little gaps about the way our bodies and our minds seem to work. Gaps in our knowledge. It appears that the common man, woman, child, and general Homo sapien seems to come to the conclusion that it's a good idea to come to conclusions about the things that we don't know, as if to suggest that we suddenly have knowledge because we are filling the gap. What are we filling the gap with? Anything that comes out of our precious little, poorly evolved, tiny little brains. Because of this, we end up with the culture of the conspiracy theorist. We end up with the culture of the creationist. Because of this, we end up with certain varieties of politics which essentially have rather undesirable traits in them. Because of this, we have people blogging insanely and incessantly on YouTube or on any other blog site. Alright, be it video blog, text blog, telephone, audio blog, internet radio, blog television, you name it. And people just come out with what's going on inside their minds as if that is somehow a suggestion of a fact. This has got to stop. Why has it got to stop? Because it's spreading lies. If I don't know something, I'm going to have to turn around to you and say I don't know it. That's it. Just I don't know. Not. It makes more sense that the aliens are controlling the world, because that would be lame. Not everything that Alex Jones says is true, because not only is that untrue, that would also be lame. Not that we understand every single way the economy works, and it's all being controlled by a minority group of Satanists who have peculiar handshakes and do all their weird shit beside the foot of an owl statue. We don't know enough. There's little pieces of information here, there, and everywhere flying about. And someone likes to try and make this information evolve into its own variety of RNA or DNA molecule. And this little molecule of information then flies around the internet, growing bigger, evolving, changing, and developing in people's minds, until it becomes a very believable and almost realistic heap of shit. Where have these heaps of shit come from? They've come from individuals connecting little ideas, joining the dots, in whatever way their mind seems to make sense out of the pattern. Basically, it's pareidolia in action, in one of the most extreme and indeed dangerous forms. And when these flying sort of ideological DNA sort of like pieces of shit find a useful host, alright, the useful host takes this ideological information and tries to turn it into something that they can use. And from this comes creationism. From this comes conspiracy theories. These things become movements. These movements become political. They become believed in. People invest their lives and their life work in believing in these lumps of flying shit. But the thing is, right, if you were to take a microscope and you were to take one of these pieces of shit and you were to slice it up into thin slices, alright, and you were to break it down and analyze it under your microscope, you would just find lots of pieces of information which are not connected. And it's only been held together by people's ideas and by people's beliefs. And that is so incredibly sad. There's a lot of the alleged knowledge that people have from all their time flying around the internet. It's just like the shadows, or the shadow puppets which are created by these flying lumps of shit, buzzing around the candle flame of your dim intelligence. So now it's time to admit you don't know some things. And now it's time to try and take your microscope of analysis and reason and try and break these ideas down. And trying to work out what is not connected, what is connected, and come to some intelligent conclusions. Because we seriously don't want these lumps of shit to evolve any further, do we now? No. This has been Nick Dutch. Signing out for now.